have your podcast,
Misfits of Comedy, every Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Tune into that. He has everybody coming through, like all the dopest comedians, new comedians that's been there for a good minute. He's on it.
National, local, all that. So they
Right.
definitely come through. But I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. What are you, a year now?
Good afternoon, and we are back. I am Shawnee, and welcome to the Shawnee View, designed for happy life, engineered to last. The purpose of my podcast is to exemplify the dreams and goals and how to achieve them through self-motivation and inspiration from others. There's a saying, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. So today we have Mr. CJ Trowers.
What it do? What it do? What
Thank
up,
you
y'all?
for coming to my show.
Of course. I wouldn't miss this. I love supporting my other fellow comedians.
Right. So this is for those of you who don't know. He actually gave me one of my first opportunities for a show.
I did. I forgot about it. Yes.
It's probably one of my
You did your thing too.
first 3 shows, I think.
You did your thing too. People did compliment you, so yes, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you came on the pod.
Yeah.
So you did a good job.
You have your podcast,
Misfits of Comedy, every Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Tune into that. He has everybody coming through, like all the dopest comedians, new comedians that's been there for a good minute. He's on it.
National, local, all that. So they definitely
Right.
come through. But I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. What are you, a year now?
Yeah.
Because I think it's been a year. Yeah, because I had my show last year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, about a year. So yeah, congratulations.
March made it a year.
How's
for
the
me,
journey?
so. Ooh, it is a journey. Definitely that.
You just breaking ice. You have no idea.
Yeah, like meeting all the different personalities, all the different types of venues that are out there, different producers, like who produces shows.
Yep.
Yes, all
Clicks.
of that. Yeah. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I said, I'm not gangbanging for comedy, not for some laughs. Nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
You've been in it for a good little minute, so I did want to talk to you about the business of, or the business side of comedy.
9 years, May 15th that just passed.
Okay.
The business side of comedy, it's shady, man. Like any other business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas will get over you if they can.
Yeah.
I used to have my co-host with me, Duchess. Anybody know Duchess? Little small Duchess
Yeah,
from Chicago.
I love Duchess.
That firecracker right there will
She
bust,
is a firecracker.
bust your ass in the head. You hear me? I'll go anywhere with Duchess.
Yeah.
He was in L.A. and he was like, "Yo, you be safe out there." I was like, "I got this little nigga with me. I'm good."
Yeah, Duchess don't play.
Duchess don't play. Do not take her height for stature. But anyway, when she used to co-host the show with me, she'd be like, "Yo, CJ, why the fuck you keep letting these people do the shit, free shit? Like you are past the free shit." Like I don't think I got comfortable asking for money until like 3 or 4 years into doing it.
Okay.
And I felt like, I don't know, so I felt like I had to pay my dues and all that kind of
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, why didn't you feel comfortable?
It's that niggas beat you in the head with that exposure bullshit. But everybody's thing is different because you meet comedians that come out the gate and they start getting paid. But how the fuck you get paid 10 shows in? You know what I'm saying? So it's just about, I guess, honing your craft, feeling confident in it, and putting yourself in the right situations. Right time, right place. Always be prepared. Like I learned that too.
Yeah.
I used to be like, you got 5 minutes right? I'm like, nah, I ain't got nothing right now.
Right.
Listen here. I tell niggas all the time, I keep a hot 15 with me every single time. Like raps, like freestyle. You want 15? I got 'em.
Okay.
I can do 30, 40, but I keep a solid 15 at all times.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because if you put a bunch of 5-minute sets together, that's your 15. So anytime niggas say, yo, I got some time, someone ain't show up, I give you this bread. You gonna say, I ain't got no jokes on me.
I ain't got them on me right now.
I ain't got them on me. I don't need my phone or nothing. I've been singing these motherfuckers for a minute. So you got to remember, a lot of vets will tell you, you say the same fucking jokes. Like you have bread and butter jokes.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that I felt I was doing wrong. Like I was holding on to this joke. Like With dear life, you going everywhere with me.
Right.
So,
So
I try to come up with new jokes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You want to reinvent yourself and make sure your thought process is fresh.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely, don't let me tell you it's wrong. I still write new shit.
Okay.
I'm just saying you have the jokes that you know for a fact
right.
kills.
Yeah.
Because when I come to you and say, hey, I want you to do a show, I don't want you trying your new shit.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make
sense?
sense?
Thank you for telling me that.
No, I want you to try
that.
I'm paying you to entertain this crowd and give me what kills.
Okay.
So I hate when comedians like, I'm gonna try some new shit. Nigga, don't do that today.
Okay.
It's not an open mic.
So for paid shows, do the jokes that you know you already have and that they work. And then for open mics, that's where you try your new stuff. Okay.
Now, I'm not against you doing the shit like, so you got 15 minutes. If you throw a joke in there that you just want to see if it works, that's fine. But put that shit in the middle of a bunch of shit that kills.
Okay.
Because in case that shit sucks, you go right back to the shit that kills.
Okay.
That's me. That's how I learned when I went to the Hope Floods comedy convention.
Okay.
And they tell you, all right, this is where you place, like it's a setup, A, B, C setup. Almost like appetizer, main course, dessert.
That's a good way to look at it.
So you figure out where you want to put your super funny shit. You want to put your super funny shit in B, the main course. You want to put some lighthearted shit in the beginning to warm people up.
Right.
And then C, you can put some shit you want to try out. The show's over. I already gave you some really good shit.
Right.
These last 5 minutes, let me try some shit out real quick. Oh, yeah, because y'all can't say you ain't get your money's worth at this point.
Right.
So you pick and choose what you want to do. If you want to put some, heavy shit in the beginning, heavy shit at the end, and then try some shit a little bit in the middle, you can.
So
because you've been killing them so far.
So do you go in that specific order every time? Oh, you switch it up.
I change it up. My C may be
B-A
or whatever. So I figure, and I had one time a comedian I used to work with. He don't do comedy like that no more. I had a joke that I used to finish with all the time.
Okay.
And I did it last night. But he was like, CJ, yo, do that shit up front. I think you have a better. Like, nigga, that's my finisher though.
Right.
He's like, nah, do that one up front.
Yeah.
So they get punched right in the mouth, and then they know what kind of show it is. So every time I do that shit, I'm like, I love that reaction.
Okay.
This is what type of show is it. Wait for the next 14 minutes. So that's what
I need to come support one of your shows.
Yeah, for sure. So you always want to keep writing.
Yeah.
And keep stuff, like I said, that people like to see.
Okay.
I like to hit. Like I tell people all the time, if you're a comedian, nothing feels better than someone quoting back your joke to you.
Yeah. Like, definitely, that's true.
Like, I remember when you said that shit was so funny. Like you're like, okay, you was listening.
Right.
You want somebody to recite that.
That's
it's even
true.
better when someone's coming to multiple of your shows and he be like, yo, Shawnee, do that joke that you did last time.
Right.
Now they became a fan. That's a fan.
Yeah.
Because now they got a catalog of the shit you say.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So they know the shit you're already saying. And again, touring comedians have jokes that they do for years. They just know how to sprinkle the shit in.
Touring comedians. You did say you gotta go on tour with.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Cat Williams, somebody.
Yeah, I would love to get on with Cat.
Man,
like
Cat take care, folks. There's so many good stories about that brother.
Right, and then he's starting up that studio in Alabama, ain't it?
Yeah.
I want to be one of the first, Cat.
Yeah, Cat. Where's my camera?
Watch
Cat,
this.
please. Yeah, he put a lot of dudes on. And his story is inspiring.
Yeah.
And he's funny.
Yeah.
And naturally funny. And I think again, you hear so many different stories that come out, you're like, damn, I'm good hearted. There's not a lot of good hearted people
in this
anywhere, but especially in this industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good stuff.
Thankfully, I haven't really had too many bad experiences, but then again, I got Babe who he
gonna protect you.
He makes sure
He's gonna protect you. Callie gonna protect
yes,
that's
he
that's
definitely protects me, so I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, it's some shit out here. Promoters are funny acting, comedians are funny acting. It's a lot of hateful motherfuckers. If they know you funnier than them, they might, put her in the show.
Oh.
Bump her off real quick. Or,
that's crazy.
Like it's a lot of.
I have witnessed it. I haven't experienced it, but I witnessed
Cut
it.
her time short. But don't. My favorite is, don't talk about that tonight, cause I'm gonna talk about that shit too.
How you gonna tell somebody what to talk about? Where's the
Your
creative freedom?
Your shit may be funny. I gotta follow behind that shit. I can't talk about the shit if you talking about the shit. Now I gotta outdo your shit.
Switch it up.
Nah, ain't nobody. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers get comfortable.
That's crazy.
You can't get comfortable. Comedy should always be envelope should always be pushed.
Yeah.
And every time, even when I hosted shows, when I was hosting shows, I always make sure I'm doing fresh material to host the
Okay.
show because
Right.
I don't want to be stagnant in the shit I'm saying.
Right.
There's so many things to talk about.
Got to keep it
Gotta
moving,
keep it
right?
moving. So, like, when I'm hosting shows, I'm not doing none of my regular shit. I'm doing all new stuff.
Okay.
Because
That makes sense.
That's the time to start working material. You have the most time up there, right?
Yeah.
You're doing probably 10 minutes up front,
Mm-hmm.
a few minutes in between each comedian. That's the time when you try some shit. It's like,
Right.
oh, right.
Right.
They paid for to see them.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to set the table for y'all, set the energy, get it going.
There's an art to all of this.
It's
like
art.
you got to know like the science behind it,
Man, listen, people take it for granted.
the formulas.
It's very much a formula. Very much a formula. I never thought about it but it's art. And people try to say, I could do that.
No, it is not as easy as it may look. And the ones that make it look easy, guaranteed, it's a lot of work going in behind the scenes. You have no idea.
I feel disrespect.
Yeah, it
Right?
is.
It's some level of disrespect. Like, all right, you funny to people that know you.
Right. Yes, completely different. Having a conversation and being funny and getting on stage and being funny does not
Totally
transfer.
It doesn't transfer at all. And they be like, oh yeah, again, they know your ex-wife is crazy. They
Right.
know your kid is cross-eyed. They know all that shit. So it's funny. They can relate to it. I relate to a room full of 300 people of all different races,
Right.
genders, and find the one joke that they all can commonly laugh at.
Right.
That's where the funny's at.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. I was doing a show last night and someone said, I think I could do this. I'm just going to tell my life because my life is so funny. Don't go up there and storytell. You're not Ali Sadiq. It's only but so many people could pull that off.
Right.
Ali Sadiq is a fucking god.
And he's been doing this forever.
Ever.
And I want to say he said the only thing that he was lacking was exposure.
That's it.
When you get that exposure,
That's it.
like you just
Everybody
take
know, but
off.
he been doing it. Like
Right.
he to me, for storytelling comedians,
Mhm.
Chappelle and him,
Yeah.
right? He passed
Yeah.
Cosby and all them other kind of
Yeah.
people. He is top tier. So you want to
Definitely.
hear what him and Chappelle got to say because you know the story is going somewhere. And when you get to
Right.
that punchline, you're like, oh, that shit was worth that ride.
Right.
But if you're not him, I don't want to hear your long ass conversation about you driving from work. Who gives a fuck? Everybody got that. Make it funny in 2 minutes.
It's not for everybody at all.
This should be killing me. I'm like, yo, you got time? All right, let's go. I got an open mic. Oh, you for real? I'm for real. Let's go to open mic and let's give you 5 minutes and see what you can do.
Yeah.
Oh, everything that shit changed. You
Yeah.
can use that. I'm not using none of the shit you talking about.
Right. Then when they show up to open mic,
They clam up.
what?
Or when they actually do it, they be like, that shit was harder than I thought it was.
Way harder.
It's different. 5 minutes feel like an hour with no material.
Ooh, what? So something that I did find with myself is some of the stuff that I naturally say
Mhm.
turns out to be the funniest on stage. Like this isn't even like part of the stuff that I wrote. I'm just talking. I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna say that, and I definitely didn't know it was gonna be that funny. So but I do think you should have material prepared
Absolutely.
before you get up there.
Absolutely. So what I have a habit of doing, right? So if I have a joke that I want to try out,
Mm-hmm.
I'll put elements of that in the conversation. In
Okay.
the everyday conversation, you at, the Dunkin' Donuts or wherever you just talking,
Yeah.
you put a little elements of that out, and you try some shit with them
Right.
and see how it hit. I'm like, all right, that shit worked.
Okay.
So I remember I had got in a car accident, and I was doing physical therapy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I went to a chiropractor. Chiropractor wasn't working, so I did physical therapy for 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, I tried out so much shit in that room for the hour. They're like, "Oh, you're so funny." I'm like, "I'm a comedian." Are you? And I'm just getting it off. And I go in my car and just be jotting shit down on my phone.
Right. Yeah.
And it works. Like, just putting shit in a regular conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be conversational anyway when you up there, right?
Right.
It's supposed to feel like this shit is so natural.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just doing shit in conversation, they fucking dying, you be like, oh, I think I got something. I got
Right.
something now.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You know,
It is best to write it down as soon as you had that thought, because once you lose the thought, it's
man,
gone.
I hate that shit. I put the shit down on a little bullet point. I'm like, what the fuck was I? This shit was going to be funny. I know it.
Right.
I know it. Don't you hate when you tell people you're a comedian? I'm like, yo, make me laugh.
Tell me a joke. Not about to just tell you a joke right now.
I think I'm a freestyle rapper.
I
That's
want
how
me
it
to
work.
tap dance
Right.
for you.
I told My coworkers I had at the show yesterday was like, well, I mean, ain't gonna make it, so tell us a joke now. First of all, you're not gonna get a free joke. Second off, that's not how that shit works. You start busting out jokes. No. All these times you've been working with me, have you laughed? Yeah.
Right.
Nigga, I've been telling jokes.
Right.
I never thought about that. The fuck?
Wow.
That's how it works. I'm not telling knock jokes. That's what they be thinking. It's just not knock jokes. So anytime you laughed, it was a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like, people so fucking dense sometimes.
They don't understand that. I don't know. When I came on your show, I just sat like this the whole time.
Nervous.
I was so nervous.
Wow.
Because, like you said, comedy is an art and it should be respected. So I'm like, I'm new, I'm fresh, I don't really know what's going on.
What point of view you have?
What point of view? Like as far as
Anything.
comedy?
Anything.
Anything?
Life.
Yeah.
Just talk.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no such thing as I'm gonna be quiet. Your point of view is ideal to you.
I think I clammed up because I didn't know what to do. And then you said your show was funny.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like serious. So I'm like, wait a minute. And I found it out like as we were going into the studio.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I hate when niggas get serious. Like, don't share your point of views about Iran and shit right now. I don't want to hear about that.
Oh, the Iran stuff.
Niggas get all serious like, hey, man, do you know this is a comedy show, right? Unless you're going to make this shit funny.
Right.
Don't bring that shit up. Don't get all serious.
I think you can make anything funny.
I'm the fan
but
of that.
it's all about the delivery.
Thank you. And I hate when people like, you can't say that. I remember I did a show in L.A. At J. Anthony Brown's spot, the J spot. And it was just around the time that Bill Cosby just got indicted.
Oh.
Literally. That shit dropped on everybody's phone while I was on the stage. Boop, 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 boop. Phone's going off. and niggas go, oh shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in the crowd? I'm holding the mic. Rodney Perry's hosting. It's a competition. And then I talked about a week prior was a situation in Starbucks where Starbucks was just calling the police on black men just sitting in the thing. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
And I talked about that. And the chick said, too soon. I said, man, there's no fucking thing that's too soon. What does that mean, too soon?
Right.
So I do my set. It's everybody get 5-6 minutes in the competition.
Right.
As soon as I get off the stage, I look at my phone to see what everybody's looking for. Bill Cosby just got indicted for this, blah, blah, blah. Guess what the next comedian does? He talks about Bill Cosby. Don't nobody say too soon.
Oh.
I'm like, lady, tell this motherfucker too soon. You just saw it 30 seconds ago. But that's what comedy is, right? You got to talk about the elephant in the fucking room.
Yeah, that's true.
From your point of view. You think other people ain't going to talk about the shit?
Right.
It was 5 other comedians talked about Bill Cosby right after that.
Elephant in the room is always the best. And that's something that I've noticed too at some shows. If the comedian is actually paying attention, everybody's going to hit on that elephant in the room.
Got to.
In their own way, from their perspective, like you said.
Everything's from your perspective. If a comedian's bombing, you can come in like, that last motherfucker torched it. Bombed the fuck out of this shit. Like, or he said some shit that was funny, you could piggyback off that.
Yeah.
I like to come early to a venue because I want to look at the venue. I want to look at the crowd. I want to look at the menu.
Right.
I want to do everything because that's going to be part of my set to open up. That's my A, right?
Yeah.
I'm warming up. I'm giving appetizer, kind of like a freestyle rap. When niggas freestyle rap and they talk about shit in the room.
Yeah.
DJs this and this, and then I'm talking about the room and then. That's not part of their shit. They have raps written down,
right?
But to make you feel like they just made the shit up, they're gonna talk about. So that's why I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm coming to this room talking about, oh shit, look at the light fixture. Did y'all go in the bathroom? The fucking nigga in there giving mints need a mint. Like you do all that kind of shit for a minute, 2-3 minutes, and then you go into your written set. They don't know the difference. They think nigga this made everything up because he just talked about what was in here,
right?
Conversationally, that's how you make it feels like. Yo, it's natural. Am I nervous as fuck?
Right.
Every time. It's never been a time.
Every single time.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
And I think it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
I would say so.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
If you're not nervous, you're not really working though.
Nah, you're too comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't want to be comfortable ever. This is an art you don't ever want to get comfortable.
Yeah.
I think Chappelle said it, and like Chris Rock or somebody said, yo, if you don't still get nervous about this shit, you need to stop doing it.
Okay.
Because it's no 2 nights are gonna be the same. Not even for OGs. Like they have moments where the shit just ain't hitting.
Yeah, that's true. You win some, you lose some.
I had to learn that.
Yeah, but you get up to fight another day.
Yeah, them motherfuckers who eat your soul alive. That quiet or that boo. I don't know what's worse.
You know what? I will take the quiet. I will take that definitely over a boo. Like, what? Boo?
So I got keyed at Uptown.
What is that?
Uptown had like Apollo style thing. I want to say B Tuck was hosting,
Okay.
and instead of they don't know Sandman or no shit like that.
Yeah.
If your shit ain't good, they
Mm-hmm.
pull out their car keys and key you. And this is the old spot just before the
Oh,
spot here over here in
okay.
Hateville.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is huge,
Mm-hmm.
and the echo in that motherfucker is even worse.
Oh, so people just start jingling their
Man,
keys?
listen, I'm saying a joke. I'm probably in 2 minutes into my joke. I don't even remember what the fucking joke was. All it was a party, a birthday party in the back in a VIP section. Probably like 9 people, and all I heard was what? Oh hell no! Pass me my keys. Nigga
Oh.
put out his keys and start keying back there. Nine of them start keying, and that shit contagious now. So
Oh
now
my
the rest of
God.
them in the front was like, shit, I guess I key him too. And that's
Now
how,
it's fun to the audience to do it.
so now they all key me. And now the DJ hit the road. Jack, he playing the DJ. Hey, don't you come back? I'm like, God damn, that shit hurt my spirit. That ride was quiet. I ain't played no music. I had the window down. That shit was hurtful. So I've never actually been booed, but I got keyed. And it was
That's
equivalent
crazy.
of that. And you better be funny. What the fuck was that mean? Like, you hear those little comments, but booed, no.
Yeah.
Quiet, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you talk to other veterans and you be like, quiet is okay.
Yeah.
They
I'm
listening.
telling you, I take the quiet. I mean, I want to hear some laughter, but I take that.
Didn't mean they listen intently.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to sit in the quiet and be okay with it.
So that's something I want to work on. I get a lot of quiet. Now I do get laughs, but I'm like, look, y'all, I ain't that serious. Like, y'all don't gotta be super just.
So either you had to put more punchlines in it,
Mm-hmm.
learn how to pause
That
at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have time. That's the timing part.
Yeah.
Learning when to pause for the punchline,
Mhm,
right? Drag it out, or figure out a way to connect to them in such a way that they. But them being quiet, I learned, is just them listening.
Right.
So you just want to give them something to listen to.
Right.
All right. So don't get deterred
Mm-hmm.
by them being quiet, because they
Okay.
listen more intently. And now when I start seeing quiet, now I'm looking in your eye.
Right.
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 I'm pointing right at you. So you gonna tell me you ain't never did that shit before?
Right. Yeah.
Now I gotta engage you.
Yeah.
Right. So when you start bringing them into it, then they be like, oh, yeah, I did. Or somebody who was serious face, nigga, you gonna look at me in a serious face all fucking time? Everybody at the table laughing,
Right.
but you
And they
gotta take a
just-
shit. Like whatever whatever. That's go back to the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So now you gotta laugh, and I don't draw attention to your ass.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever it is that makes you draw close to the crowd, try not to bully the audience.
Ooh, I do not like going to shows where the audience is being bullied. I'm like, they here for you.
For you. Don't bully them. Don't pick on somebody. Like I said, if a heckler, and I don't get heckled really often, very far in between. But if I'm gonna take a couple jabs and let you know, chill out.
Right.
But I'm not gonna pound into you so hard that now the crowd will be like, all right, nigga, enough.
Right. Yeah.
We came here for that. To
Yeah.
listen to you.
I've seen
and
that.
now you bullying the dude, and now the crowd's gonna turn on you. No,
Taking away their experience. So.
I'm just gonna say a little couple things. Relax.
Yeah.
We good now? I'm gonna ask you, we good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a microphone. They can do this shit. Like, relax. They ain't coming to see you. And then you go into another thing. But you start bullying and you start doing super crowd work and stuff. Yeah, look at this and this bit right here. You gonna make your way around the crowd? Man, you gonna fucking isolate that crowd. Damn, man. Fuck this
Definitely
show.
lose the crowd.
And now everybody behind you gotta worry about you
Ooh.
shitting on the crowd.
Right. You got to build it back up. But sometimes that can be good for the next person that's coming up. Cause,
If they're good. Because if they're not, they get quiet.
dang.
Niggas just interesting on their phone. They talking.
Ooh.
They watching TV.
Yeah.
So you don't want to kill it for somebody else behind you.
Because you don't want to hear a lot of different conversations throughout the show. I'm like, what am I here for?
How to isolate the room. That's when you
Yeah.
isolate the room. So like, all right, I
Yeah.
come in here and everybody at the bar is gonna be super loud. Let me get at least 60 to 70% in this room right here
Mm-hmm.
and focus on here.
Right.
I've done shit like I've turned my back to the fucking bar and
Yeah.
talked to this.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna hear them niggas laughing, and now you're gonna stay quiet because what the fuck are they laughing about? And
right.
now I'm quieting you because now you got to pay attention. So
Yeah.
now I turn over there and I see everybody at the bar turn.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, so now I can turn to
Oh.
y'all too, because what happens is again you have to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. That's
All right,
true.
This is who's paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Let me feed them.
Right.
And if you're doing a good enough job, they're gonna laugh. And again, laughter's contagious.
Yeah. It
People
really is.
no different than running. Niggas laughing. What the fuck they laughing? Let me go over there and see what it's about.
Right. So what do you think about, okay, you just said laughter is contagious. People who don't laugh if you're laughing, not necessarily in the audience scene, but if most people are laughing and there's one person that's just like, what do you think that is? Like they don't relate to it, or why is it not contagious for them?
It could be a lot of things. It could be, they had a bad day, or they didn't really want to be there, or. But again, that goes back to me saying you kind of talk to them. Yo, you good? You paid a whole ticket to be here to sit here and be stone cold face. Like, what point is that? Like, you talk about that shit and see you kind of dress that a little bit in the room. And who the fuck brought this? And Grumpy Smurf, like shit like that. The only time I really tell jokes, I'll tell a joke that I just wrote 3, 4, 5 times.
Right.
Before I say, okay, I'm gonna dump that.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna store it on the side and come back to it. I got jokes that I did 5 years ago that I'm redoing now because that shit ain't make sense now. But now I'm a little bit older. I learned a little more. Now I can revamp it and put another twist to it. Sometimes you just figure like that shit just terrible.
Yeah.
And some shit you be like, it's missing something. You know how you make something like this? I don't know what the fuck that ingredient is missing, but it's missing something. Let me just hold off on the side.
Yeah.
That's what it's missing something. And I go back to the joke book like, that's what it was missing. I didn't have that experience yet to even talk about that.
Right.
So now I can add this and I can put it back into the rotation.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
See,
Nothing's
joke master over here.
Nothing's really too much of a throwaway.
Okay.
Some things just like, all right, let me just park that for a second.
Right.
And I can get right back to it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Some things you just know, I don't think that shit ain't for me. I don't think I can get that shit to hit.
Right.
And I think those shit's been far in between. I've done maybe 3 jokes I've ever been like, yeah, I don't think I can make this shit hit. I've tried it every way. I put it aside. Let me just toss the shit for good. So, but outside of that, it's always can be reworked. It always find a different angle.
Right.
I don't tell the jokes. I don't tell the jokes the same way every single time.
Right.
So
it's not gonna come out the same way anyway.
So you tell the structure of it. But I throw something different in there. Like I had the girl that I do the skits with Keita.
Yeah.
She was like, nigga, I hear you tell that joke before, but you ain't never put that part in there before.
Right, yeah.
I'm putting another twist into it. It keeps it fresh for me, and it keeps it fresh for anybody who's ever heard it before.
Right. What do you think about writing for other comedians?
Man, I want to do that shit so bad.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Like the people like Deion Cole and all kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
I want to do all that. Like writing for other comedians, it's money, that's respect.
Yeah.
I see it as respect.
Yeah.
Like someone come to you and say, yo, you mind penning? I got Netflix special. You mind penning some shit with me? That's respect. I respect your joke writing.
Right, because I feel like I have material that I may not be able to deliver the way that this comedian can.
Deliver.
So,
and you got to know how to speak in other people's voice. I got a journalism background, mass media background, public relations background, marketing background. So speaking in a person's voice is something I can do. I done written stories and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
So I can always tell when somebody, you ever been in an argument with somebody, like, who the fuck told you that? That's not how you talk.
Been talking to?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's like,
okay.
Who the fuck gave you that idea? That's not even, matter of fact, you copied and pasted shit. I don't hear people say, nigga, you copied and pasted. This is not how you speak.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, first of all, it's grammatically correct. All the commas and periods in the right place.
Right.
You know, this is how you talk. So it's just like, come on. If you know how that person normally delivers stuff, to speak in their voice ain't hard.
Okay.
So yeah, writing for somebody, I would love to. Okay. That or like a comedy show, like a Saturday Night Live or one of those sketch comedy shows. I would love to do that.
Yeah. You know Arma Benoit?
Yeah, she's been on the show.
So she writes. So I need to talk to her about writing.
Build your network.
Yeah.
And keep it versatile.
So I think that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm still building my network.
Keep it versatile.
Yeah.
Have a mentor.
Yes, I need a mentor. I don't know who that's gonna be yet, but
let me tell you, find somebody you deeply respect.
Yeah.
Who's going to be available and willing to share their knowledge.
Yeah.
Because again, it goes back to how shady this game could be. People hoard knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge is free. Share it. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand why you holding on to this shit.
Right.
What are you scared of? So
right.
Find somebody who's willing to pour into you and have your general best interest, and could be like, yeah, they could be available. Like, yo, I got a question about business. I got a question about this joke. Tell me how this joke sound. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So find somebody you respect
Yeah.
and can help you get better and all that kind of shit like that. So
My ultimate goal, I think, right as of right now, you know who Raheem Holt is? That's my goal. I like how he operates.
yeah,
Like
Raheem's good.
he's
Raheem's dope.
good with networking.
Raheem's dope. Yeah, little Kevin Hart light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He has a good
So,
personality. Right?
mhm.
He's a person that comes in the room and he's very his personality again is contagious, right?
Yeah.
He's very. I don't say bubbly. I don't want to. I feel demeaning.
Nah, cause
He's
I
very
seen the serious side.
I haven't seen the serious side yet, but he has a very just a boisterous a good energy.
Yeah.
So when he
Yeah.
comes in, he's like, "Hey, everybody, how you doing?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I like him. He's
Yeah.
cool.
When he's working, he's working. That's what I mean with the serious side.
You
Like,
should
yeah,
take your craft seriously.
Mhm.
Everybody should take the craft seriously. A lot of people have good business sense,
Mhm.
and you want to pay attention to that because again, it's show business.
Yes.
The business dominates
Keyword
the content.
business.
It dominates the content. If we could be totally honest,
Right.
if you're going to talk about 100% scale,
Yeah.
80% of his business, 20% is really the content.
Yeah.
Because we see the most not funniest motherfuckers
Right.
get opportunities because they
Because that
understand business.
consistency.
Consistency.
So.
Niggas got Netflix specials. I'm like, I've never heard of this motherfucker. Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
He has 2 million followers.
Right.
He has 500,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix understands that, and they're gonna put you up there because that's what they need. So it's the business
Yeah.
first, and then you gotta be funny. It's not like I don't want to say you should be funny.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
correct myself. You should be funny because
Mhm.
at some point you have to deliver.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you know how to market this machine,
Mm-hmm.
social media and everything like that,
Yeah.
you can get by on some things.
Right.
Right? You can come on here and fuck around and do some skits and something like
Yeah.
that and get paid your little check from Facebook or whatever it is that you do.
Mhm.
But when you hit on that stage,
Oh.
one mic and a spotlight, you can't cheat that shit.
And all these eyes blinking at you.
I be trying to tell niggas.
And you got to be able to fill seats. That's another thing that I've learned. And then when you fill those seats, you do want to provide them with a quality show, because I've done that and then the show wasn't too quality. So now, they don't want to come back.
Let me tell you something. Producing a show is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Those shows you and Kelly did my very first show.
Yeah.
I put together a bunch of people that I knew chemistry wise because I knew you personally.
Okay.
I just met you, but I know Callie personally,
Right.
right? These chemistry of who these people were and their ability to tell jokes go together.
That was a great show. Like
Exactly. That was I had to put out the best thing up front because I had to show the owner that I could do it.
Well, you did it.
You know what I'm saying? So I packed out the run. I think we had 35 people. It was a small little venue.
Yeah.
And we got close to packing out, right?
Yeah.
So then after that, he's like, all right, because he was such a doubt that people did it before. He's like, I don't know if you could do it. Like, bro, I'm plugged in.
Right.
If I do it, I'm going to get the comedians. Please believe that. So after that, I started really understanding the science behind it. It's a chemistry of people I need to have on this
Right.
show. I know that certain people's comedy styles because I've been around them. I've done shows. I've watched them.
Yeah.
This is what's going to go well with this show.
Right.
This one. So you do want to produce a good product
Yeah,
because you have to market it, and people have to recognize. Oh, I've seen him before.
Right.
I've seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go pay for the show.
Right. You want them to keep coming back. So.
Don't put a bunch of people you like.
Yeah.
You got to separate yourself from that.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to put people on there that you know draws.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
And people who actually want to market, like you want people to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, man, I'm about to put you on the show. Please promote.
Yeah.
Please promote.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People have a thing about it. And there's a lot of comedians. Some like, you're a promoter. I shouldn't have to promote the show too.
I understand that to a certain extent.
That's how you build your fan base, sir.
Right.
Promote.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to do like fucking drops and no shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm asking you just put the flyer at least once or 2 times before the show on your page. That's it.
Because you never know who really want to see you too. Like, you don't really want the people that be like, I'm gonna be at your show. I'm gonna be at your show. You just let them show up.
Let them show up. I stopped doing that shit. Like, people like, why don't you tell you about your shows? Like, because I tell you about it, like, oh man, I can't make this one, but the next one, man, fuck off. I'll tell y'all nothing else.
I don't take it personal. I just be like, oh, on to the next.
No, they like, why'd you tell me? A nigga's been on my page for fucking 2 months. Like, it's been on my page. No, you got to send it to me. I'm not personally DMing nobody my fucking flyers. What the fuck I'm talking about?
But to their defense, though, sometimes the algorithm may not push.
Just like them. Fuck them and the algorithm. Okay? And I am guilty of missing people's shit because of the algorithm.
Right.
And because I say a lot of shit, the algorithm blocks me a lot. I am shadow banned often. Because I say a lot of shit on my podcast that makes the algorithm go, fuck that nigga. I'm a shadow ban him. I don't even know when I'll be out of punishment. I'm like, oh, I just got out of punishment recently.
Right.
Like a month ago.
You were in Facebook jail?
Yes. And Instagram. They both do me. Instagram was cutting my shit off at exactly 55 minutes. I'll be in the middle of an interview and I'm like, what the fuck is off?
Dang.
But, yeah, listen, if I say something about 47, our president, he starts flickering the lights.
Yeah, I believe that.
He starts slowing down the feed.
Like, hold on,
My
it's a
producer
lag in my show.
Change the topic. I'm like, all right, let me get off of that. So I've learned how to do that. So I understand the algorithm, but I'm not personally DMing nobody. Though that show's up there. And I promote frequently. So I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't know because fuck it. I was going to come, but don't say the excuse. I ain't want to know. Nigga, if you ain't dead, nothing you want to say is going to make sense to me. If you ain't dead or a kid ain't dead, I don't give a fuck about none of your excuse. None of it.
He don't want to hear none of that, y'all.
Save it. He ain't good for that shit. Man, you get just next time. Then the other 2 times.
Next time.
Ah, shit, man. You got to keep.
And then they bring it up to you. You ain't say nothing to them about it.
And then when I'm dead, I ain't got no jokes for months. Yo, when's your next show? Nigga, I told you about 5 shows in a row. And don't let somebody come from out of town, family or friends. Hey, you got a show coming up? I got my wife and everybody in town told how funny you was. No, nigga, I don't. I'm sorry. You ain't throw a show together for you and your family exclusively?
True.
No. I go home to New York, and they're like, yo, you got any shows in New York? I mean, I got a few connections here and there, but I can't guarantee I'm going to get a show.
Just put the show together that weekend.
Right. So y'all can come see me.
That's funny.
So everybody would be like, oh, what are you talking about the show? Yeah, fuck off. Because the show is up there. Y'all don't come. Y'all don't support. And I'm not going to beg y'all to support. Like, at this point.
Which you shouldn't have to.
People that's going to support. I met one of my first followers, for the first time. She from fucking Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And she's a nurse. She's a travel nurse, so they brought her out here to Atlanta. And she's very much, hey, I'm gonna come.
Right.
Now, mind you, she came late, and I talked about her ass, her and her crew, but she came. She showed up. She paid, and she showed up anyway.
Yeah.
But to meet somebody who's been following you and saying, hey, man, you really funny about blah, and meet her for the first time is dope.
Yeah, it really is.
That's part of your fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of, people who don't leave out of Douglasville. If I do a show in Douglasville, they'll be there no matter what, right?
Right.
So they'll say, hey, blah, 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 and they'll show up.
Yeah.
So you just know what fan base you have. Like then, 60 to 65% of my fan base is females anyway.
Right.
So
Mine is the opposite.
They'll buy tickets. They'll do, of course, because you're a woman. They want to see you. Females, I say shit, and I know what to say and how far to go because I don't want to isolate my fan base. I don't want to feel funny.
The show that you put me on, you said something about, you made a joke about one of your kids or your daughter or something, which my best friend was at that show, and everything you said verbatim is what she was going through with her daughter. I was like, wow.
'Cause I be saying shit.
I can't remember, but it was about being a teenager.
Oh, driving?
Maybe something. Yeah, driving.
Yeah. And she just bought a car this week.
Or something.
My daughter bought a car Tuesday of her own. And I
really?
told her, yes, her
Yay.
own car. I told her I'm proud of her. Own insurance, everything. I ain't got to worry about driving up my insurance or nothing.
Right.
But she paid for the car cash. So my nervousness was talking about teaching her how to drive.
Right.
And how she would turn so hard in the car that I would have to hold the damn little handle thing that I never knew existed until she started driving. And I would have to squeeze my ass to make sure I don't shit on myself.
Funny.
Because she turns. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you turning so hard? Are we running from the law?
What was her excuse or explanation for
she
it?
had no excuse. It was just, Dad, don't make me nervous. You're making me nervous for turning? Like, she's like,
that's funny.
and then she had the music blasting. Like, yo, you can't have the music blasting because I need to give you direction. Slow down. Don't hit the brake.
Hear you.
She want to have fucking what's the damn whatever these damn rappers are. This little that, and I'm like, what the? I can't think. Turn it down,
Little baby.
so I can focus. And she is just hitting them curves and them turns so hard. That's Dutch's favorite, one of her favorite jokes too. It's just it's the truth. I haven't told that shit. Man, I need to dust that off. See, it just reminded me about some shit. See, perfect example. Somebody told a joke. I fucking forgot about that joke. Yes, I need to use that shit. But it's true though. And I had a lot of people go, they be so gung ho.
My mom went through the same thing with the turning with me, so that's why I'm like, what was her explanation?
She never gave me that, but she always say, "Don't say nothing." So I just when she turned, I look out the window when she turned. I'm like, fuck. Fuck.
Every time she turns, she look at you.
Don't say that. Hey, nigga, you turn so hard. Why? It's good to be so much gentler. It's like, yeah. The fuck are we doing right now? Are we in a bank robbery?
Probably watching that cat on the meme turning.
I be. So, Dad, let me drive. I said, all right, just stay in the street. Like, to this day, I've never been with her on the highway. So, I've only drove the street. And I said, yo, I'll pay for somebody else to go to school and drive on the highway because I'm so nervous. So everywhere we go, I always find a street route to it. It take us longer, but I find a street route to it. So that's why we hit so many turns.
The highway might be her thing, though. She don't got to turn.
I don't want to hit a blind spot and fuck around and hit a car.
Oh.
Or speed up or know when to speed up or not speed up. So I don't want to risk it. And I was going to damage my car because she ain't got no car. And she got no money to replace it. Now she do.
Right. And she just got her own car.
11, she said.
Shout out to the daughter.
Yeah. Jazz, I love you. But she probably looking now. I think she's on now. I love you. But yeah, it's just, I was like, oh, okay. So when she drove and met up with me, I was like, you got on the highway over here? She said, of course. How was I going to get over there? I was like,
wow. She made it there.
She made it. So I was like, when she drove off after me hanging out, I almost want to drive past to see her get on the highway, see what she do. Like, oh, she really did this shit. Okay. But she's bullshitting.
That's funny.
So I was just like, I never see you do highway driving. Let me see. Oh, okay. She really do this shit. She wasn't bad. She got on her arm ramp and everything. Used the blinker right. Sped up. I'm like, all right.
I think everybody can definitely relate to driving stories. Because there's so many of them.
And I'm a speeder too. I'm from New York, so I speed a lot.
I've changed my ways. I am a rehabilitated super speeder.
What made you change? Tickets?
Yes. You know how much them tickets cost?
You can tell me. I had a couple $400 ones myself and got my license suspended.
I quit. Like, I'm not doing it no more. You got me. I'm not speeding no more.
I need to get where I need to get to. I sped over here for no reason. I was on time. I just speed because, like, nigga, I'm DR and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's one island.
Yeah.
The island's divided by a wall. So Haiti's on one side and DR's on the other side.
I didn't know that.
They are all on the same island.
I'm today years old.
So when you go to DR and you're of darker complexion, but they have darker complexion folks too. Probably your complexion, you would consider you do look Dominican. You would consider Dominican. But I go over there, they'll think I'm Haitian.
Okay.
My family's Panamanian, so Panamanians are of my complexion.
Right.
So when I go to DR, they start acting funny to us. I'm like, hey, I'm not Haitian.
Wow. Okay.
Pipe down, because they both got colonized by two different people.
Right.
Haiti by the French, and of course Spain by DR. But they're the same island.
Right. And they're separated by a wall.
But they created such a division, like light skin and dark skin, right? They created such a division that they treat. So
colorism is everywhere.
So you go there and you understand that Puerto Ricans and the people of that complexion, they're minority too.
Right.
So I never thought once or blink when my Puerto Rican bro would be like, yo, nigga, come here.
Yeah.
Not once, but like, oh, hold on, you can't say that. Not once.
Yeah, I can see that.
But a little Italian, don't want to do it. And they love to say, oh, no, you Sicilians and all that kind of shit. No, I ain't let you get that off.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Because we can't go in y'all neighborhoods without y'all trying to fuck us up. Because that was a common thing. You had to know what neighborhood was what in New York. Because there's so many different diversities. You be like, okay, 2 more blocks, and I'm in an Italian neighborhood. 2 more blocks this way, and I'm a totally black neighborhood. 2 more blocks this way, I'm a Spanish area. So that's how far apart everything was. And when school got let out, everybody go their direction.
I think I learned that from the movie A Bronx Tale, or
My favorite movie.
it's a good
So
movie.
my
It's a
top 3
great
movie
movie.
of all time.
Yeah.
I just watched it last month.
Really? Yeah. Love
Favorite
that movie.
of all time. It's a classic, and no
Yeah.
one talks about it amongst those
That's
type
the
of movies.
movie. What?
Nah, you're like Goodfellas and no, it is a very good movie. It has so many gems.
It really does.
That fucking thing with him with the girl, I used that shit
Wait, with the
with the car door.
unlocking the door.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've used that shit. It is
It's
life
valid.
lesson.
It
It's very
is valid.
I look around like, motherfucker really ain't open the door for me.
Right. You ain't got
So-
no love for me.
Very, very valid. Like he, so many things he say. He says what he said. Yeah, I treat my people good, but I don't treat them too good.
Yeah.
Right. It teaches the value of codependency
Yeah.
and giving people enough room that they can show themselves some level of freedom without feeling like they don't need you. It's like that
Right.
fine balance, right? It's
Mhm.
it's very manipulative,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was very narcissistic on how he said it, but,
Yeah.
but he said, "Yeah, I give them stuff, but I don't give them too much. But then they
Right.
don't need me. I'm funny, but I ain't that funny,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That shit it's a brilliant movie.
It really is.
The love, a love you can't have between Italian and black. There was so
Mhm.
many different dynamics to that movie. Okay, it's very much a
Mhm.
classic. You will not be disappointed. It goes up there with y'all who like to talk about Goodfellas and Scarface,
Right.
and Godfather and all kinds of stuff. It's
Ooh.
one of those. It's of that gangster genre,
It is.
but it definitely does not get talked about enough because it's that nonstop shoot 'em up gangster stuff like the other movies, the mobster boss movies you
Right.
watch. But it's a very classic movie, very much so.
A Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, I guess we're coming to the end of the show. Or at the end of this episode.
Okay.
So could you tell me what keeps you going with comedy, and then something that you would like people to know and merch?
Keeps me going with comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Something I think I was brought to my attention when I was young, 9 years old or so.
Mm-hmm.
I had an illness. I had kidney failure.
Oh wow.
Right, early. So I was on dialysis for 5.5 years.
Very early.
And I got diagnosed at 24. I got on dialysis at 27.
Wow.
So, and I got my transplant 12 years ago. So I told God, because I tell people all the time, I told my daughter on the way here, I was on death's door so many times that you start taking life. You don't take life for granted.
Okay.
The shit people be getting mad about, like, nigga,
Okay.
if you don't shut the fuck up about that shit, like I almost
Right.
died multiple times,
Right.
right? So I had pneumonia 1,000 times. I had fluid
Oh.
on my lungs that I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was drowning.
Right.
There's so many different ailments, and I'm blessed I don't have to do that. So I told God, if you get me out of this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pursue the thing I always wanted to do.
Okay.
Because comedy was the thing I wanted to do, but then you be in relationships and girls be like, this shit don't make no money. You ain't gonna be no fucking comedy. You start downplaying that shit. And then you just like, all right, you right. Let me get ahead and do this fucking McDonald's job and go whatever warehouse job. And you throw that shit to the back burner. And
Right.
And then he did his
And
part.
then be unhappy. Just-
Unhappy the motherfucker.
Mhm.
You making everybody in there shit laugh. You should be funny. You should be a comedian. Well, my lady at home said she don't
He
pay
go
no
to the
bills.
break
So I'm here
room
with you
all-
niggas.
Break room all sad
Right.
thinking about it.
Break room here crying over your bread or your fucking sandwich. Tear soaked sandwich. Fucking crying about, nigga. Don't worry about that. Let me wipe my fucking tears off with this bologna sandwich. I ain't supposed to be here with you, dude. That's why I'm better than you, nigga. That's what I'm trying to say. So
So going through that, it helps you to, I guess, help others see like everything can be funny. It's like you can find humor in everything.
And I haven't talked about my thing about that with the kidney failure. I'm trying to find a way to get to it, trying to make it funny. I've got tons of things I'm still trying to figure out how to
Okay.
make funny. But I also do because I want my children to know you can chase your dream,
Oh, definitely that.
right? I don't want them to be conditioned to think everybody's not meant to work a 9 to 5.
At
I work a
all.
9 to 5 for a reason. I have kids I got to take care of, but everybody's not meant to work a 9 to 5. People are
Right.
meant to create.
Yeah.
There's creators, there's producers, there's what's the other word? Consumers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's thing ain't to be. Some people are meant to be
Right.
entrepreneurs.
Know your lane.
Know your lane. So I have an entrepreneur and I'm very creative.
Right.
I draw. I do all types of shit. I come from a family full of creators.
Yeah.
So to sit down with something, it's hard for me to sit down with it too long. So my kids all have some level of creative genes.
Okay.
They draw, they dance, they play music, they do shit like that. So
yeah. But I would like to add though, as far as to follow your dream and plan it out, because you can get to
write
your
it on paper.
dream quicker when you plan it out. So
Put it on paper. Anything that's not put down on paper and properly executed is going to remain a dream.
Yeah.
You got to put it on paper so you can see, so you can check it off.
Yeah.
Check. I did that shit. I was supposed to, like, I wanted to produce more shows or do on my own, host my own shows. Check.
Right.
I wanted to have a podcast. Check.
Checking that stuff off is so fulfilling.
Man.
Like, oh yeah,
Man.
I did it.
My podcast started off at 30 minutes.
Really?
And I felt like I had to have somebody as a host with me. Like,
Really?
I didn't think I was strong enough to do it by myself. And then after a while, my producer's like, you don't need nobody.
Right.
You could do it an extra 30 minutes and make it an hour. And you could do the shit by yourself.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what, nigga, you are not.
Make it what you want.
Yeah. I mean, it's my shit anyway. Why the fuck?
Exactly.
But I felt like I needed some level of correction because go wrong. Man, listen, nigga, you come on the show now. You gonna host? All right, cool. And they be like, I can't do it. I tell people all the time, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
If you can't stick to the commitment, then don't
Yeah.
ask me to be a host because this is my baby.
Right.
I'm going to be here for my baby.
Right.
COVID ain't stopped me from doing. I was still doing shit on live
Wow.
during COVID.
So did you set up before COVID?
Way before.
Really?
I started this shit in
didn't know that.
2016.
I did not know that.
Yeah, way before.
Okay.
COVID. Yeah, we was had the game and then we was only on like 5 platforms. We on 32, 33 now.
That's what I need to do. Expand my platforms.
You gotta expand the platforms. You got it. That helps the exposure.
Yeah.
It gives value to it. So right when I'm inviting people on, right? They're gonna be like, oh, okay, I know who you are. So cause I seen it.
Right.
I seen what you do. I seen the people come on. I've had invite people on and be like, nah, I don't know, I can do it. I may be busy.
I don't
and then
know if I can do it.
Right. And then I invite somebody that they're really close to and they see how that shit go and they like, yo. So when you gonna invite me on the show?
I'm like, you was the first person I ever invited.
Now you can see what it's up.
Back then you didn't want me.
But at this point now they were like, damn, nigga, took you long enough to reach out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking comedians. I still have
It
comedians.
is so many.
I haven't even reached and touched yet.
It's
black and
so
white.
many.
If anybody knows, I do both. I do black and white comedians. So it's lots of comedians. I had Asian comedians. I had
That's a good
comedians from fucking Nevada.
Had a diversity.
Miami. Niggas. I had one comedian that drove from Charlotte, North Carolina that day to do the show and drove right back to North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
I said,
yeah,
yo, that's
dedicated.
I had to be in your show by any means necessary. She came with like 6 niggas packed in a car. Did the show.
Made it happen.
And drove right the fuck back at 10:30 at night.
Right.
To North Carolina.
I like that kind of dedication.
Man, listen, that couldn't be me. Like, you don't get no hotel room? She's like, nope. We going right back. We got to go to work in the morning. I was like, well, damn.
The grind is the grind.
I felt blessed. I felt blessed. What was the second question you asked me? You said, what I wish people to know?
Yeah.
Man, I'm a funny dude, if you haven't heard it already. I got a podcast called Misfits of Comedy Podcast. I am on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Misfits of Comedy, Amazon, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spotify, everything.
Okay.
Roku TV, anything that you use to listen to podcasts, I'm on it. I'm on all major platforms.
Streaming worldwide.
Period. That shit live. So people, I tell you all the time, if you comfortable with your auntie, uncle, your pastor seeing it, you good, because they're going to call in. I done had a bunch of people call in this Wednesday. And these people calling from Miami, they come from Detroit, whatever. They watch the show and they want to be calling in. So it's a live show. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, you ask whatever questions you want to ask, either through the prompt on the page or, come on the line. So I've been doing that for 9 years. I've been blessed to
That is a blessing.
be a staple in the land of comedy scene enough that I allow a lot of comedians to showcase who they are and may give them exposure that they probably wouldn't have gotten before.
Right.
And now I'm starting to do merch.
Yeah, I was going to ask, well, how can we get this merch?
So if you're seeing this,
What is that?
you're going to see it looking reflective right the proper way, but it's backwards in person. So it says you're good enough.
Good enough.
Right? So I did this while I was dealing with my kidney stuff. And every once in a while, like I told people last night on the show, we all have moments where you feel down on ourselves. We have self-doubt.
Yeah.
You have to be reminded, whether at your job, in a relationship, anything like that. Yo, you're good
It's
enough.
human.
No matter what they say, you the shit. All right. So this is a reminder. I call this shirt the affirmation. I'm gonna start naming my shirts like how niggas name the Jordans. So this shirt's called the affirmation.
The affirmation.
The affirmation. So you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, exactly. This is first one. So you're good enough. I did it today. I did it before I went on stage yesterday. I was in the bathroom like, yo, you good enough. Go out there and go kill him. So this shirt is going to be in many more colors. Right now it's just black and white. Like I was telling Shawnee the way in here, I'm doing more colors, reds, blues, all kind of shit like that. Trying to play with the combination of colors. So $ get to the funny for Cash App. $ get to the funny. Or Zelle, comedian, CJ Trowers, TROWERS @gmail.com. Send me a size, and then in there you can either DM me or whatever and tell me, hey, I just ordered a shirt, and I'll send it to you. It's $6.99 to send the shipping, so $30 plus the $6.99 or whatever, $7 whatever, and I'll ship it to you.
It's a nice shirt.
It's a good quality shirt.
Add
it can
that
be
to
washed.
your collection.
It's good cotton. It feels good on your skin, and again, it's a dope message. I'm about positivity. I'm about making sure people feel good about themselves. It's Men's Mental Health Month.
It is.
Get it for a father, because I know you ain't getting no good Father's Day gift. Husband, brother, whatever it is.
Babe.
Yeah, I be shitting on us on Father's Day, because I got a fucking paper card.
A paper card.
And they mama got
everybody
all types
signed
of
it.
Yeah. They put colors to it, at least. They put colors this year. Last year, they put no color to the shit. It was in pencil, but they colored it this time. So, happy Father's Day. I was in New York, rushed back from New York, paid extra money to get back. Like, oh, no, I got to get back and spend time with my family, because I told my kids I'm going to get back to Father's Day, and I'll come in that door to come to a paper fucking card.
Oh.
And I had to act like that shit was the best paper card
Happy
ever.
Father's Day.
We love you. Obviously, you don't. Because I got a whole $600 fucking airline ticket that says,
Oh.
yeah, because they canceled my shit, and I had to hurry up and get a ticket, or I was going to bring it back on Monday. I was like, nope, I can't miss Father's Day with my kids. Let me pay this extra money, and I get a paper ticket.
We gonna change the narrative
Yeah,
for
nah.
Father's Day
Yeah,
eventually. One
Eventually,
day.
They are not.
The reason that is because
let's hear the bullshit.
for all these years, men was like, I don't want all that. I don't like that soft. So now
That's what it is. I've never said that shit.
y'all don't want gifts.
The weirdest shit I ever got was a teddy bear on Father's Day. I was like, what the
And
fuck
you
am I
didn't
doing
like
with this? What am I
that.
doing with this? That and Valentine's Day.
Sit it up somewhere. Like the same reason y'all give that to us.
Y'all, that it's meant for y'all. Y'all like that shit. I'm gonna sit this shit up in my room while I'm playing video games. They're like, hold on, nigga, is that Teddy Ruxpin?
Not the teddy.
What is that? Is that a Care Bear, nigga?
Put him in the man
Babe
cave.
gave that to me. No, I refuse.
The bear can
No.
go in the man
I
cave.
got like 5 teddy bears in my garage right now. Just collecting dust, looking like Chucky dolls. This is.
So I challenge all the ladies to do better with the gifts.
And men put pressure on them for the last week of Men's Mental Health Month. Hey, do better.
So
what
we
do.
got all your social media handles on how to
social
find
media
you.
handles are CJ Trowers Comedy on Instagram, comedian CJ Trowers on Facebook, comedian CJ Trowers on YouTube, and CJ Trowers Comedy on TikTok.